Hello everybody, thank you for joining today's web talk, 5 signs you need a transformation health check. Today's presenter will be Christopher Conway, who heads up our digital online content here at Zybe. He will talk you through a 10-minute web talk. If you do have any questions today, just type them in the chat box and we will get them answered for you at the end of the session. Thank you. Over to Chris.
Thank you, Nav. So here we're just going to start the presentation. 5 signs you need a transformation health check, and without further ado.
For most large organisations, the promise of a digital transformation means they'll be saving on costs, have a greater accessibility for staff, be that allowing them to work remotely or simply working in an easier and more natural way for them, or the streamlining of day-to-day workflows that you have within your organisation. Adding tools for collaboration and document sharing can make it a lot easier for your staff to get more done in a working day, allow them more flexibility of when they need to be in the office or out meeting with clients or customers, or improving the turnover for specific projects as everyone can work from the same information. However, the impact and success of these initiatives varies wildly. So here are 5 signs that your digital transformation is perhaps not going as well as it could. A data silo exists when an organisation's department and systems cannot or do not communicate freely with one another. As with most companies, information will be stored in many areas, from email accounts, local servers, and content management systems. Many companies have turned to cloud services or popular sharing services such as Google Drive or Box. These services have some very strong features that make them very popular among your employees. After all, people just want to get their work done in a way that is most natural to them. The problem now is that you've created many new areas in which your employees can store their content, creating information silos. These are a huge hindrance to effective business operations. We took a survey to the Information and Records Management Conference this year and found that 36% of organisations have a significant challenge finding documents in repositories, and 57% of organisations currently don't have a cross-repository search tool. Going digital is about connecting users with the data they crave, anytime, anywhere, and via any device. When you allow your employees to store this valuable information in silos that are not accessible to those who need it, you're denying them from working in the most effective way possible. There is an increasing emphasis on different departments being able to work together in ways that they previously haven't had to. Data silos have only served to underline how at odds different departments have been, but that is rapidly changing, and digital technology should be at the helm of collaborative working. If your digital program focuses on using instant messages and local file sharing, we have news for you. That's not seamless collaboration. That's really just implementing tools that make it a bit easier for people to chat. Most people in your workforce will be used to the idea of social media and instant messaging, and there are huge benefits to having your workforce connected in this way. But sharing documents like this leads to the same issues as working with email. Trying to share comments will just be another line in the chat dialogue, or another reply to the email you sent out. Not having these attached to the document means that the reference is easily lost, and a key contributor might not be heard and understood. Versioning is a real issue. Sending documents out to third parties or across your organisation can lead to countless duplicates of the same document. Having one point of truth for any document is the only way to know everyone is working from the same information. Moving on from versioning control would be real-time editing. Being able to work together on a single document, wherever the contributors are, can lead to a much quicker turnaround, ensuring everyone will be up to date. Document history provides you with invaluable information of who authored documents and when, meaning that if you come across any content, you can instantly see who could help you further with your work and who might be able to shed more light on it. And of course, security. Many employees will be working on information that organisations won't want accessed by those without purpose. Downloading, storing and sending of these documents means that you have lost control of that content. Email has so many issues for records and information managers, yet it is still how many people are relying to get their work done. Your inbox should not be a repository to store all your files and data. It's just a medium which helps you to share a message. Our newest generation of workforce has grown up with much more sophisticated technologies such as social media and collaborative editing. So there are alternatives to email, but breaking your workforce out of this habit can be a difficult process. We are not saying that you have to remove email from your workforce. Far from it. There are still many great things accomplished through the medium, but for an organisation, they can cause real headaches. When sharing and receiving documents and content, these files are going to end up being duplicated and stored in your file systems. These repositories can cost huge amounts of money to upkeep, and when only one version is necessary, it becomes a real issue. Our customers BIS, the Department for Business, Innovation and Skills, wanted to remove their reliance on email, but not remove it completely. Now, instead of attaching and sending documents straight from their email, all they have to do is attach the link from their Alfresco repository. This single point of truth means no more multiple versions, greater security, reduction in repositories, and the ability to use this information again in the future, not just lost on page 30 of your email list. We know that email is here, at least for the foreseeable future, but there are ways to improve the way we use it. Users don't get it. Engagement is the new return on investment. No matter how smart the technology, data will remain just that, without the buy-in of users to utilise and analyse it. That is when it comes to life and becomes meaningful. If you make it harder than absolutely necessary for end users to embrace digital, they'll simply bypass the system to get their job done. Users have got to understand what's in it for them. How does going digital make their job simpler, quicker and more efficient? Buy-in from the wider organisation right from the off is absolutely imperative. Everyone says it, and there's a reason for that. It's true. Consider who early adopters should be, for example, senior management or particular teams. What incentives should there be for an employee to adopt or repercussions for not adopting? And whether the system is practical for all teams and levels. However, don't just focus on super users. Everyone in the organisation needs to be engaged at the end of the transformation. A few points that AIM makes about user adoption. So these are: make sure the training you provide includes change management and is timely and generationally aware. Think about usability concepts, so this from the consumer realm to improve user adoption. Initially limit the number of choices in any interface. People can only master a limited number of options. And make sure you find executive level sponsors or poster children to model the behaviour in your organisation. And at the end of the day, users are busy, so make choosing the right path as easy as possible for them. For a lot of organisations, this transformation process is a lot about consolidation, from reducing physical infrastructure like paper stores and office space, to working methods like easing collaboration and paperless meetings. The financial constraints on organisation is not going to ease in the near future, but digital transformation should not only be seen as a way to make savings that limit the effects of austerity of services. The simplification, accessibility, security and information brought about by a successful digital transformation programme will also have a hugely positive impact on services and must not be overlooked.
So I think that is all. Thank you very much. As we said earlier, we will be sending a recording out to everybody that joined us today. I will put Chris's details in there, so if you do have any questions, please feel free to type them back to me and I'll get them answered to you. Thanks for joining today.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.